Oof, it's going to be a good one. Honestly, I'm really excited about this. If you are a student designer or a creative who is studying at university at the moment, this video is going to be good for you. I am honestly really excited about this because I'll be completely honest with you, I've been thinking about my career as a business owner and as a designer over the past couple of weeks while we've been in lockdown, and it's dawned on me that it's been 8 years since I finished university. I graduated in 2012, and in all honesty, I've now got 8 years worth of experience behind my belt, and I am looking back at my university life in hindsight thinking, I really wish I would have done something a bit different rather than just literally sitting there drinking and leaving everything to the last second. So I thought today I'm going to share with you my top 5 things I wish I knew as a student designer. Let's jump straight into it. Number 1 of my top 5 things is deadlines. As soon as you leave university, and if you're lucky enough at the moment to get a job, whether it be in an agency or as a freelancer, you'll realise that deadlines are tiny. You literally never get 2 months to do a single project. I sometimes get a day, 2 days to do a logo design, which when you're looking at university and you're doing mood boards, you're sketching out ideas and you're spending months designing a logo concept, that when you have to sort of chug it out in 1-2 days, you quickly realise that you've got to speed up your process. So when you're at university, what I recommend doing is, even if you do get a month, really try and do it in a fraction of the time. So if you get a week, try and do it in a day, because you can do it in a day, whether that be a flyer design or a brochure design. Instead of a month, do it in a week, and try your best to speed up that process. This doesn't mean hand them in super early. It just means that you've got them ready and you can get more feedback from lecturers, and it just gets you ready for the creative world and the quicker processes. Number 2. Honestly, I was so guilty of this when I was at university, and I genuinely thought I was original. I honestly thought I was the pinnacle of design, and I honestly always tried to reinvent the wheel. Just take an existing concept and work on it. That is what I'd recommend. Try not to reinvent the wheel. There's a reason why certain design concepts, certain flows, certain grid layouts, and everything like that exist. Use them, master them, and then create your own. I genuinely don't know why I didn't do this more when I was at university. I did a few projects, I did a couple of competitions and stuff like that, but I didn't really take the bull by the horns and give this a go. So I honestly recommend doing freelance work. Really does get you prepared. And if you want to be a freelancer when you leave university, you're already doing it. You're getting your portfolio ready. You're getting a customer base already. So why wouldn't you start it really early? You've still got the funding from university if you get the loans and the grants and everything like that. So you've still got money to fall back onto. Granted, not a lot, but you can get some money in your pocket, even if you're doing stuff for free, just to get the experience and learning how to deal with clients, because you might not have an account manager in the firm that you move to when you leave university. At least this way, you can refine what you're doing and you can really make your portfolio stand out compared to everyone else that is on your course at the moment that is just doing the work that the course is expecting you to do. Try and stand out, and doing freelance work is a perfect way of doing that. This is a great point. You should always try and talk to other creators. This sounds really basic, really simple, but honestly, it will work in your favour so much more when you leave university. So by this, I mean, obviously talk to people on your course, but if it was anything like when I was there, it did get a little bit competitive towards the end and everyone was a little bit cloak and dagger and didn't really want to talk to you. But honestly, I really do think you should be making friends with web developers, illustrators, and definitely copywriters, because if you're anything like me, I can't spell for anything. Honestly, it's just not my thing. So for example, if you get a freelance job, or you're working with an agency, or you're freelancing at an agency when you leave university, if you have in your back pocket an illustrator or a copywriter or a web developer or a video editor or anything like that, genuinely, they become new tools in your tool belt. You can use them, you can work with them, you can pass work to them, they'll pass work to you. And honestly, it works so well when you have that network, that wider network of people that you can work with on the outside when you've qualified. I'm really sorry to have to break this to you. It's going to be a bit of a tough blow. It's about money. So when you leave university as a creative, your pay's going to be crap. You're not going to earn anything. Right, honestly, I left university and I was earning minimum wage for years, and that's not anything against my employers at the time. It's just the nature of the beast. Graphic designers, if you get the job as a graphic designer, you might get a job as an art worker, which means you get paid even less. Just expect that you're not going to be earning a lot for the first 5, possibly 10 years of your career. You're going to be earning probably just a shade above minimum wage if you're in the UK, which is why I talk about freelance work. You should always try and do some freelance work, whether this be moonlighting and you're not telling your employer when you qualify, or whether this is that you become a full-time freelancer. I personally would recommend getting a job when you first leave university in a firm. Get a job there, you're on a salary, you get money each month, and you learn the tricks of the trade. More of the business side of things rather than using how to use the pen in Illustrator. But if you do want to go freelance, straight out the door, you want to do freelance, you don't want to work for anyone, that's good on you, I don't blame you. It's a brilliant idea, but you've got to learn everything yourself, and from experience, it's nice to have the paycheck that you know that's coming each month rather than it being, am I going to pay for my food this month? Am I going to pay rent this month? Unless you can live at home with parents and you've got no outgoings at all, give it a go. Give yourself 6 months. Do it for 6 months. What you got to lose? All jokes aside, just please consider this when you're fresh out of university that you might be working as an art worker or an entry-level graphic designer, and you're going to be earning pennies compared to your senior or the MD or the CD or anything like that. And take it from my experience, don't go out and get yourself a nice really expensive car on finance because you won't be able to afford it. Just letting you know. And I've got one more sneaky extra bonus point that I should mention to you. And this is a difficult one because honestly I chased this for so long when I left university. I honestly thought that I would leave university and I would be able to work with clients such as Nike, Apple, Samsung, all the big names that you basically have in the house. And for me, being a small-time designer, it literally never happened. It never will. And as I've got older, I don't really want to. I don't want to be a person putting a jigsaw together for a big client and then them telling me that I haven't put the jigsaw together right. If you get what I mean, you'll understand how frustrating that is. So yeah, when you're at university, enjoy the small clients, enjoy the one-man band that needs a website creating, enjoy the one-man band that needs his logo creating, because you will probably get so much more freedom with that project than you ever will with a bigger client or a bigger organisation that you're working with. Enjoy small time. Small time's fun. They really do appreciate what you do, and honestly, the work that you do with the small clients makes a massive difference to them, and I think from that point of view it's the most meaningful work that you'll ever do as a designer. Just avoid the people that want a penny pinch and basically just want you to click where they want you to click. Don't work with them. So there we have it. They are my top 5 points I wish I knew when I was a student designer, plus an extra 1 point for good luck, because why not? I hope you found this really useful, and in all honesty I could talk about this for hours. I really could, because the more I think about it, the more points that I can think of about what I wish I knew. And if you're an experienced designer and you're watching this and you're thinking, Rob, you've missed a key point, put it down in the comments. Honestly, I want to know whether I've hit some points that you agree with or whether I've missed such a clear, like glaringly obvious point. Let me know. Thank you ever so much for watching the video. It really does mean the world. If you haven't already and you've just found this video by pure chance, please subscribe to the channel. I'm still a really tiny small channel at the moment, and it would mean the world if you could subscribe. Like the video if you've liked it, and if you want to get notifications of when I release new videos, please click the little bell and you'll get a notification every single time I release a new video. How amazing is that? So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.